And just like that, the NFL fan series is complete. Every single division has been finished. Every team has been talked to. Everyone has had their place in the series, and it is officially over. And yes, it makes me sad because this is my baby and I get excited for it every year. But I'm also excited that I finished another one and it's done. So it's like I'm really happy that I did it, but I'm also sad that it's over. And that's just how this cookie crumbles, such as life, right? However, I had some really good conversations. I had a lot of fun and I met some interesting people. And so I hope all of you enjoyed every single episode that you were able to watch. If you haven't watched all the episodes, they will be up the whole season, the whole off season. So there's always a chance for you to go back and watch those episodes. If you were a collaborator with me, if you talked to me, if you told me no, if you did anything that involves this series, thank you. I appreciate that. And just for context, because a lot of people asked me, the way that this rolled out is by the way of the divisions that I finished them. So once I finished a full division, I began to edit them and then I released them all together. That is how it worked this year. It was a great way to relieve a lot of stress for me this year. Past years, I haven't done it that way. So I'm super excited that I decided to do that. The other thing I need to say here is I purposely wait for the NFL draft to be over to start these conversations because usually free agency has happened, the draft has happened. That is the happiest you find fans is right after the draft because everyone believes they have a chance. Everyone is getting excited and everyone is learning their new players. So I strategically talk to people right when the draft is over and then I go edit from there. So yes, some of the conversations are a little bit older, but the point is still the point and the bones of teams are still there. The last thing though I want to say here, because now the sun is coming up and we all know I don't like to record in the sun. My favorite question of the whole series ended up being, what message would you send to the GM, to the owner, to the coach, or anyone within the organization if you had an opportunity to do so? Because that was my favorite question, I thought it would be nice to end on that note. So what you're about to see here is a clip from every single episode, yes, all 32 episodes, that talks about what they wish they could either tell their team, tell their GM, lead a huddle, whatever it is. You're about to hear that answer here because I had a lot of fun with this question. So I thought, what a better way to close out the series with a message to every single person's team. Yes, this video is going to be a little long, but I don't really care. The point is the point. So sit back and enjoy it and leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know whose you appreciated the most. As always, there's a lot more content coming. I am going to dive into college football. Don't you even worry about it. I have some Colorado takes. I have some Texas takes. I have some other college football things. I have a lot of things that will be coming to you soon. But as always, thank you for being here. If you want more of me and more of my content, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to also leave me a comment in the comment section below. And for those of you that don't know, I do have memberships available. There's 2 different tiers. So if you want more of me, there are options where you can get more of me. Now let me get you back to your video.
So if I could send a message to anybody on the team, I would probably send one to AJ Brown. To be honest, and I've actually talked to AJ Brown. I actually sent him this message. Actually,
okay.
I actually spoke with him not too long ago, and over the course of his career coming into Philadelphia, I used to have these. I think I got one down here. So I'm the one that designed the Hurt season hat, where AJ Brown, when he first came, he DM'd me, I need one of those hats. I got him a hat, and it's like in the Philadelphia Eagles archives, him and Jalen Hurts in a team photo. Aww. He's wearing a Hurt season hat, and they're taking a picture together, their first year playing together. So I got a like good rapport with AJ, but I would tell AJ that we all appreciate, love, and respect everything that you did. Like, nobody don't want you to be in no other jersey but a Philadelphia Eagles jersey.
Yeah.
So although all of this crazy stuff is going on within the news and whatever everybody's saying, we know the value that you bring to the team. We know that we are a better group of guys on the offensive side of the ball when you are part of the team. So if it's any way where you could just be a part of the team, we would not be mad at that at all. And I just need him to understand it.
Well, I would talk to Josh Harris, the owner, and I would tell him that, us as a fan base, we are definitely grateful for all the investments that he's and all the changes that he's making with the team, from the upgrades to the current stadium we in to the beautiful new stadium we have coming, the uniforms, it just seems like they have an ear to the fans. What we complain about, it seems they make the changes and the necessary steps to do that. Even, dating back to when they took Ashburn, where our training camp is, and they took that facility and revamped it, and the players just talk about how it was like one of the worst facilities, and now it's, they upgraded the locker room. It just, upgrades everywhere, and it shows I feel like when you invest in your own first, and you show your appreciation, that's how you can really build culture and really make people happy to come work for you. So I would simply just thank him for changing that and creating this new environment, because we were in the slums.
I love that. That's my first positive one. I think I've recorded 6 episodes. And that's my first positive one. So I love that. Shout out to you for that. Thank you. Reedy, what do you got for me? You want to talk to the GM or you want to talk to the owner?
I'll talk to the GM. Mr. Peters, thank you for all you have done thus far in the last 3 seasons that you have been here. But please be aggressive. Please go out there and surround Jaden Daniels with weapons. I repeat, weapons. We need weapons. Mm-hmm. This is a how many points can you put up on the scoreboard league now? The days of playing these low-scoring games are over. You need multiple dogs on every level of the offense, every level of the defense. So the more dogs, the more weapons you could put around this team, the better. Do not give up on Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn has come in here and changed this culture, changed this locker room. Like, just hearing the players talk about just wanting to come to work. Like, do you guys really know where we came from? We came from the abyss of hell under Daniel Snyder. Please do not get rid of Dan Quinn. He definitely deserves another season. NFC Championship game in year 1. We had the injury bug. I mean, he tried to coach through it. It didn't happen. Yeah. Okay, we'll see what happens this year. But I think he's done enough and tried to bring in coaches and other guys to, make this thing work. So I think he deserves another year.
Let Harbaugh do his job. Let Harbaugh develop these players and just let him do his job. John Mara, sit back, chill, and write the checks. Like, every time you get involved, look up the Giants' history, man. Every time Mara gets involved and they start wanting to make all the decisions and everything, we go to like 10 to 15 years of purgatory, just bad. And when they finally step back and bring somebody in like a Parcells or a Coughlin, now a Harbaugh, we get back to winning. So it's just a pattern. I think it's going to be our time again here soon, especially with the way Harbaugh is building things here. So it's going to be cool. Okay, we good. Just continue to step back and chill. That's it.
I would say, Jerry, I need you to understand that the clock is ticking, my friend. And for you to be able to build a winner has to start right now and give up some of the control that you think you have and to go have dinner with Jimmy Johnson, because we need that.
Yeah. Rekindle that. Like, get that ugliness out of there.
Exactly.
So this is a message to all the GMs that trade with the fucking Chiefs. Stop. Stop. Please. He don't need help. He don't. He's one of them. Stop trading with them. If you're going to trade with them, please send them some bombs.
Okay.
I would send it to the president.
Okay.
And I would tell him to answer my damn Zoom call, my answer, because I've been trying to get him on my show to talk to him. And he's every time I see him, it's Burke Ninehill. He always says, yes, I'll get in contact. And then I have nothing. So that would be my thing. It's kind of a selfish, answer, but that's.
Well, let me change the question then. If you could get in the huddle on the field at the very beginning of the season, game 1, and the offense is about to run out in the field, what would you tell the offense?
Oh, what would I tell the offense?
Yeah. Like, what would be your thing that you would say as they're running out?
All right, man, y'all know what this is. Y'all don't worked all this offseason. You know the respect ain't coming. You know this national media ain't watching the games. They out there talking about you. They don't like you. They don't like your mama. They don't like none of y'all. And it's your job to prove them wrong and make them have to come out on Monday and talk about nothing but you. Go out there and get this W, man. Y'all know what it is. Come on.
Oh man, that's a great question. I mean, probably to the owner because, frankly, I'm kind of done with the GM. I think he's just too hard-headed. To the owner, I would say,
or owners, I guess I should say.
Owners,
They
yeah.
split it by thirds or whatever.
Yeah, I would say the one making the decisions, Carly. I'd probably say to her something along the lines of, you need, like, winning has to happen. Like, at some point, you got to reward your fans, right? At some point, you have to do the hard thing, even if you don't like to do it, even if it's gonna, potentially mess up your personal relationship with the GM. You like him, he's a good guy, all that stuff. But at some point, winning's got to matter. At some point, you've got to tell the fans we care about winning. We care about, this organization was so highly regarded for so many years. We cared about winning. We cared about competing. Jim Irsay, for all his flaws he cared. He really deeply cared about the fans, and he wanted to win. And I don't know, I just don't know the girls as well, but I would just say, don't lose sight of that. Because these fans, they work hard. They care about the team very deeply. Me, I do it on a daily basis. I talk about this team. We just want hope to know that things are going to change and that you actually, care about seriously competing and not just being good enough. That's what I'd probably say. Something along those lines.
Sell the team. All right. I'm sick of it. Sell the team. I'm sick of you and that stupid haircut and those Las Vegas
I think you muted. Did you mute yourself?
I'm sorry. There we go. Those Las Vegas bimbos you have with you in the luxury box that everybody knows aren't there for you. All right. Not your personality anyway. Sell the
Does
team.
he still wear those khakis with the white shoes?
He's the most. Oh man. Sell the team.
Okay.
He's nothing. He has the swag of a concrete wall. Listen, he's nothing like his father. Al Davis was swagged out. He had the cool glasses.
That's
he used to wear
true.
the track suits. Just win, baby. He had sayings. I mean, don't get me wrong. Al would just go out there and draft the fastest person available and the guy with the biggest arm. But still, it was fun.
Just at least for the last two. Well, he has a historical thing of being cheap, but the Spanos family is just spend more money. Even this year, if you look even just at the football side, we had the biggest cap space, one of the top most cap space of any team, and we didn't spend anything. And even we spent on a couple of players, 8 mil here, 10 mil here. And now we're still, we didn't pick up all the players and free agent or any players. We still have top cap space. We could still be filling holes and stuff. And maybe there's a plan down the line. But our owner has historically not been the most, spending wise, great at doing that. So just you're in LA now. You spend that money, and you'll make it back threefold if you spend it. So
a more realistic one would just say, hey, just go out and sign Will Dissly, because I think that they need a blocking tight end to go with Travis Kelce. So that would be my small, not that crazy ask of Brett Veach as far as that message would be concerned. And then my other message to Andy Reid would just, hey, make life easier on Patrick Mahomes. And you just haven't done that nearly enough for the last 3 years. With the scheme, with the way that you use the wide receivers, in my personal opinion, you've invested in Kenneth Walker. You've invested heavily in this offensive line. Trust them to be able to get under center and be able to run the ball from that standpoint, and then do the play action pass off of that, so that way you can manipulate defenses on the back end. And if you do that, I do truly think that that'll make the game so much easier on Patrick Mahomes. There were so many drives in which he had to make 3 or 4 outstanding plays just for us to put the ball in the end zone. If he only has to make 1 to 2 of those plays per drive, I think that his life is going to be so much easier, and he can do those things, and we could trust him. So that would be my message to Andy Reid, is make life easier on Patrick Mahomes, man, with the way that you scheme up this offense, because you have the personnel to do so. Even if I think that there's a little bit of a limitation on the wide receiver core, you just got to be able to scheme things up properly, because you can't keep putting this level of weight on his shoulders.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's to Sean Payton. I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't think you can win a Super Bowl on the power of friendship, man. Sometimes I don't care how good of a locker room guy, some of these players are. Adam Troutman, Alex Singleton. They can be loved. But at the end of the day, you're judged by your play on the field. And both those players' level of play is not to the standard that the rest of the team is held to, in my opinion. So you should go get a guy a little bit more talented to replace those players. We'll see if it comes back to bite us. Maybe the rest of the team is just all that amazing this year. But if we do not win a Super Bowl this year, I guarantee you Alex Singleton is going to be talked a lot about being the captain of the defense, or as we like to call it.
It is for ownership, because this part they do control. And I don't know if you've heard of this or have seen on social media from Packers fans, but they sell what they call the gold package season tickets, which is a select few home games. I think a couple are usually against an NFC North rival, and that kind of keeps some of the entire season ticket holders don't kind of have a monopoly on all of the seats. Because I don't know if you know about that situation, but the waiting list is like 60,000 people, and it's like 20 years. Yeah, at least, maybe 40.
Same with the Steelers. Yeah, you have to know somebody that knows somebody to try to get something.
So the issue right now with these gold packages is they're home games. They're usually like an important game, especially if it's an internal or NFC North rival. And there have been I'll say too many fans that are selling their tickets because they know they'll make a good buck off of it. And so our ownership, and this has been the past few seasons, it's gotten really bad, especially after Aaron Rodgers left. It was horrible because no one thought Jordan Love was going to be good. I shouldn't say no one.
Yeah.
The older boomers didn't think that, I'm not going to say it, but didn't think the new quarterback was going to be that great, especially with Aaron Rodgers' legacy leaving. So it's gotten a little out of hand. I think it's maybe this past season wasn't so bad, but they got to have some sort of restrictions on those people selling tickets, because it was apparent. I think the Lions, the past couple seasons, they've been a gold package team, and it's just a sea of blue at Lambeau, and it's a disgrace. They got to do something about that.
Okay.
It would be the George McCaskey. Lower the goddamn ticket prices.
Are they getting higher?
Yeah, they're getting ridiculous. But it would definitely be George. You know what I'm saying? Lower the ticket prices, man. Lower the ticket prices. Yeah. I understand. You got money to make, but goddamn, you ain't gonna get it back in 8 games, right?
No.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Your TV deals is where you make your money at the end of the day. This is where you make your money. The ticket sales and concessions and everything else. Look, I don't even care about the concessions. Just lower the damn ticket prices so more families can get to these games, man.
If I could tell the owners one thing, right? And this is today. Today is, what's today really? Is it May 2nd? May 2nd, okay? May 2nd, right now, today, as we're doing this episode. And I've had so much fun on this episode. This is great. There's some news swirling around Vikings Nation right now that is unacceptable, okay? So if I could tell them one thing right now, I would say no to Ryan Grigson. Can I kind of cuss on here? Hell no to Ryan Grigson. Absolutely not. If you do that, you are going to destroy this franchise. You absolutely do not consider this guy to be the general manager of my favorite team. Because why? Well, I'm going to be pissed. And then we already see the temperature of the fan base now, just from the report that came out saying he's actually being considered is already enough where the fan base is pissed off right now. You're ruining our parade right now because we're all happy about the draft. We feel good about it. And then you bring this out and it's like, wait a minute. You're going to let Ryan Grigson have an opportunity? I don't even know why he's the assistant GM at this point. So that right there, I would tell the Wills, hey, listen, if you think about making him the general manager, this would be the worst mistake you've made. You might as well sell the football team.
Art, I love you. I love what you do for literally the Atlanta community, what you have done for Metro Atlanta, and what you mean to this organization. But I'm going to tell you this. I need you to be patient. I know you ain't got that. I know Father Time is on you. Your son will have you. But at the same token, I need you to get out the business and let them do what they need to do. Okay? Get out the business. Because we wouldn't be here. You didn't have no succession plan. You didn't know what was going to go on to move forward. We could have had somebody after Matt Ryan. We could have let Matt Ryan stay and play for 2 more years before we even needed another quarterback. But you decided to sit over here and let them put Desmond Ridder on the field and thought we was finna go do something. Let alone Marcus Mariota and that messed up play against the freaking Panthers on Thursday night, and you thought we was finna do something. By the way, that's a Falcons on Falcons type moment. So that's what I'm saying. You stay out the business, okay? I just need you signing off on checks, congratulating these players, and making sure that the team is going in the direction that they need, that they told you that they was going in.
That's fair.
That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to try to be Jerry Jones Jr., okay? I don't need that.
Oh gosh.
I don't need that, okay? I don't need you to try to put your nose in everything, okay? You see it ain't working for him, don't you do it over here. Okay, you already got iffy fans anyway, okay? They gonna take them butts out them seats, and you want butts in the seats to make money. So listen and be patient and let them do what they gotta do. Okay? That's all we got to do. We here. We want championships too, but be patient.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
You know, I think that we have a bit of a mom and pop shop mentality with the front office on Airline Drive for the Saints and Pelicans, because she owns both of the teams. And you know, when you have a possible franchise quarterback and a great head coach, like we think that Shuck and Kellen Moore can be, that can mask all that, right? Like, yes, you know, we had Drew Brees for 15 years. He masked a lot of things with the New Orleans Saints front office. But just in general, I feel like if you're going to run an NFL team, it can't be mom and pop, you know, kumbaya. It has to be like, this is a results-based business. Get the job done. If y'all don't get the job done, it's not going to be, oh, well, you know, I'm really good friends with this guy and he goes to church with me. I love him. I can't. No, it has to be, you have to hold everybody accountable. It's not personal. It's just business. So that's what I would say. That's actually me being politically correct.
I would pay very close to the college football season, because I feel like we're going to need to put our eggs into a quarterback. I feel like before you pull the trigger and try to spend a bunch of money on Baker, you need to step back and just pause for a second. And I know the quarterback position is very hard. I know it's hard to find a good quarterback. I get it. But we're going to have to think long and strong about the quarterback position to see if Baker is truly your future quarterback, or you're going to try to go get a young gun to fill the void. You know what I mean? We need that at this point. You know what I mean? There's nobody on the bench. You know, even though I like my undrafted free agent, I can't think about so much about him. I mean, he's an undrafted free agent. He's not a starter.
Yeah.
But I think we should think long and hard about finding the true future quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because we don't have one. And I feel like we're always going to go as far as our quarterback takes us. So that's what I feel. Think long and hard about Baker before you invest in him and making him your future quarterback. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just not. I'm not.
I'm gonna have a conversation with all three of them shortly. David Tepper, I'm gonna continue to tell you, just stay out the way. Like, you're doing a lot better, staying out the limelight, not talking as much. You've been staying out the way, letting the football people do their football job. Continue doing that. Dan Morgan, stick to your philosophy, which he's been doing really good. I have to give him credit. Dan Morgan is definitely the best GM we've had probably since Marty Herney, honestly, to be real with you. He's done really good the last 2 years that he's been the full-on man. So I got to give him credit. His draft class last year was spectacular. We got to see how this one works out, but it looks good on paper. Keep to your philosophy. I think you're doing good. And then Dave Canales, just continue growing. Continue letting yourself grow in your role. You still kind of new to this. I think it's good that he's dishing off his responsibilities, like play calling to other people. Let them do their job as well. But I think we head in the right direction. That's what I would tell all three of them. Just kind of keep what you're doing, but hone in on it even more so we can just continue treading upwards. Because this year we want 10 wins. Next year, we don't want to start this being the norm. Like, let's become kind of like the Eagles. We in the mix every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think we heading in the right direction, but we just got to keep going. But that would be my message kind of to everybody.
Stop being cheap. Stop shopping at the Goodwill thinking you're going to win a Super Bowl. You have to get dogs. And I ain't talking about that cute grit stuff where you signing guys off the practice squad and they end up with 11.5 sacks like Aquadine Muhammad, and then you let him walk for $6 million to Tampa Bay. You got lucky. He had a great season, and then you went and got another scrub to play DN, DJ Wanham from the Panthers. You got to spend money, bro. You got to go out there and you have to like say, you know how we were saying fourth and F it. You got to be like, it's now or nothing. Like you gotta like seriously, because as you can see, each year that window gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller every single year. Coordinators leave, then two coordinators leave, then players start. You get traded, David Montgomery. The team is never going to be the same from year to year. Now Kirby's hurt, Branch is hurt. You got a small window to do it with the guys you have. So you got to stop being cheap. Please stop being cheap. I call them bargain bread. I'm tired. I'm tired of the bargains, bro. Like, go ahead and get some dogs. The second message would go to golf. And it's not a harsh message. My simple message to golf: you don't have to be the hero. If Sam Darnold can be on his 5th team and he's only 30 or 29 and win the Super Bowl, what makes you think you can't do it? You've already been there. You know what it takes. Stop trying to be the hero.
I would say, come here, EDC. I want, and bring Sashi Brown too. Go get Eric Bisciotti. I want all of the front office. I don't want to just talk to the president. I don't want to just talk to the owner, or I want to talk to everybody. Listen, year after year, we have been doing the same thing and we've expected different results. And so my question is, how do you plan to attack the definition of insanity? Because that's exactly what you have looked like for the last 5, 6, 7 years. You have a roster, and you've built several rosters. Going back, I'm talking 2024, when we should have won we should have been in the Super Bowl. 2023, like we've had several opportunities, great rosters, and we can't make it beyond. When is that going to change? So my question to them and my conversation to them would be, what's going to be so drastically different this year than the previous ones? What do you plan to do differently to show us that the Ravens are really a team to, like, that other opponents should fear, not ones to say, oh, well, this is the Ravens. I mean, yeah, they have good rosters. Yeah, they have a great quarterback. Yeah, they might have Derrick Henry, but they still don't know what to do with them. Right. I don't want to be that team anymore. I want to be the team that says, oh, the light bulb must have come on. They have great players. They have some good talent, and they're actually utilizing it.
To Andrew Berry, I would just tell Andrew to keep the main thing the main thing. Keep being him. Keep believing in who he is as a GM, what his principles are, and don't change his principles and what he's doing to build the Browns in this 10-year plan. Like, don't change for anything. Always keep the main thing when it comes to what you're doing for the Browns, because I'm starting to see the vision. And it's starting to look like success. For Jimmy, I would tell Jimmy to allow, like, it's something. One thing that I definitely would love to tell Jimmy is that we should start honoring the bad before, so you'll see the good of the future. What I mean by that is honor some of, like, I was talking with one of my friends earlier today, and we was talking about how, like, the Browns don't really honor the players of the 2000s who may not have been Hall of Fame players, but they are a part of this history to where we are right now. So, like, Courtney Browns, the Dennis Northcutts, the Kevin Johnsons, like, if you honor them, I guarantee you'll start to see good things happen in the future. You'll start to see guys want to come around more. But when you're just honoring the same guys, the Joe Thomas, the Joe Haydens, and there's nothing wrong with them, because those are coming to the first guy. Those were the core guys when Jimmy Haslam bought this team. But I think Jimmy should really go into the history of the Browns and see what that early 2000s top players, and kind of bring them around, and like obviously Josh Cribbs, but try to amend the relationship and honor those guys. And I guarantee we'll start to see great things. It's like, just try to amend those relationships with the guys of the early 2000s and honor the past so we can celebrate the future.
Sign a linebacker, and I'm sending it to Mike Brown.
Everyone, like, all hands on deck right now.
Yep, CC everybody on that.
Okay, this has been the one question that I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to say, but it came to me as soon as I saw you this morning. Go with me here. I would say, can we invest and improve these facilities? If not, can we go somewhere where we can get something better? And that would be my biggest thing. And when I say facilities, I don't just mean because we got F, like in the thing that was leaked that shouldn't have been leaked. I mean the field. Like having guys slip and slide and having the field just be you, like it feels like we don't do ourselves any favors when our facilities just like, what's going on? Why is our field ripping? Like, why are people sliding? Why is Boz's foot getting stuck when he goes to make a step to kick a field goal? Like, we need all of those points. So for me, it would be like, can we upgrade?
I would say ownership. I love the stadium in Santa Clara. It's a beautiful stadium. I've been there before. But can we move the team back closer to San Francisco? I know that's not possible right now because, it is what it is. It's over now. They're going to be in Santa Clara. Beautiful area. They got a theme park right next to the stadium, by the way, for folks that don't know. And they share a parking lot right next to the stadium. However, it just seems weird, the San Francisco 49ers, and you're 45 minutes to an hour away from Oakland, San Francisco area. So to me, yeah, that kind of, you kind of get feels of like, but it is what it is. They're not going to call them the Santa Clara 49ers. They're still going to call them the San Francisco 49ers. And I made my peace with that, but that's what I would tell the owner if I had the chance to talk to the owner.
So the owner one, I think, is the interesting one for Seattle because they are for sale. So if you got,
right.
$10 or $12 billion laying around, Flawed, we could go in.
Let me go search my bank account after this.
Sure,
I'll let you know.
I'm sure it's there. So for the owners and like it's, who they sell to and really the next ownership coming in, I hope that they just have an understanding that you're walking into a very professional organization that treats these things like a platform.
Yeah.
It's been a good organization. So Paul Allen bought the Seahawks back in like whatever it was, 97 or something like that. He was the co-founder of Microsoft, right? So PNW, local hero, billionaire, big money, but you start Microsoft, you get paid. That's how things work. And ever since he took over, and then that started the Mike Holmgren era. That's a great run. We lose in the Super Bowl to your Steelers in 2005. And then, we have Jim Mora Jr. for 1 year. They don't like it. They make a quick change. They get Pete Carroll. Carroll's there for 13 years. He's starting to fade. Okay, it's time to make a change. They get Mike McDonald. Yeah. Operationally, it's a very sound organization. Very, very sound. I think it's because the owners have hired really good people, starting with John Schneider, and they let them operate. And they are very happy to raise the 12th flag and raise Lombardis and pay for stuff and let the team do what they're doing. So
again, I want to choose my words wisely, but McVay, in less need we trust. Okay, that's my message to them. Don't ever listen to the outside noise and the media saying whatever they're saying negatively about this organization and how it's ran. Built different, ran different. The Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, good.
Like, I thought about this, how to answer this question, because the one that most fans would say is tell him to sell the team. And most fans would love him to sell a team, but I thought about, okay, if I'm sending a message, like if I tell him that in a real world, he's not going to hear, he's going to be like, okay, whatever. Right. Now, if I could make him do something that I would pick that, but to send a message, if I say that, he's just going to ignore that. Well, he's probably going to ignore anything I say, but a more realistic message, right, is fans aren't buying it. They think you're cheap. They think you don't really care about winning. They hear whispers about how you treat people inside the building, and they see through your attempts at PR spin on things. Instead of, spending on facilities for players, you get the casitas and the improved Wi-Fi. And listen, I'm not, you have to do improvements for the fan experience. I'm not saying you shouldn't do those things, but the perceptions fans have of him is not good. And they really have a perception of he is using those kind of Band-Aid things. How like when you work for a company,
I know exactly what you're saying.
And like how about you just pay me a better wage? And like, well, how about we have a pizza party, right? You know, it's like instead of a raise, let's have a pizza party. We'll spend $300 to feed everyone pizza instead of giving you the $5,000 more a year you deserve, right? It feels like that. So my message would be fans are buying. Like he's a smooth talker.
I would probably. There's a couple of answers in my mind. I think we've touched on the Mike Vrabel stuff enough, so I'm not going to go there. My first message will just be like kind of a two-part message, same message to two different people. Robert Kraft and Christian Gonzalez. Robert Kraft, the message would just be, you do not land all-pro corners. Like every all-pro corner, you look around the league, the team, if it's a homegrown draft, you don't get all-pro corners in free agency. Go pay this guy. He is like, I still think he's the second best corner in the league. I still don't think, like, still great Patrick Surtain higher than him. And I think Surtain is just in a tier of his own. But he is in that same tier to me as Derek Stingley. He is in that same tier to me as Sauce Gardner. You either go out and give 2 first-round picks like the Colts gave up for Sauce Gardner, or you draft Derek Stingley incredibly highly and then pay him. Pay the guy. He is worth every penny. And it's one of those position groups they just don't hit free agency. Yeah. And then the flip side of that, Christian Gonzalez, is there's just no other organization in the NFL like the Patriots. They're going to make you the highest paid corner in the NFL. If that's what you're looking for, I think they will do it. I will send another text to Kraft and be like, dude, do it. And I'm like, if you're getting a market resetting contract, just sign it, dude. Like this is truly like, it is a one-on-one organization. Like there's, I hate to use myself as an example, but like literally there's like kids growing up like 10,000 miles away from Foxborough, and the only reason they love football is the Patriots. Just there's no other organization in the world, like at least in American sports, that has that impact. Just sign the deal, man.
Just sign it.
Yeah.
Just sign it.
So that would be my
split
message to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What you got for us, Pete?
Yeah, it's very similar. It's message to Mike Vrabel, to Robert Kraft, CC Elliott Wolf, pay Christian Gonzalez this year, and then Drake May next year. Christian Gonzalez needs to be extended this year. And the reason being this year is because next year is Drake May's year. It's after year 3 for a quarterback. It's his time to get extended. If you look at the track record of when quarterbacks are due their extension, it's after year 3. So it would be disrespectful, in my opinion, to not do it. Patriots don't have a track record of early extensions, Gronk being the last one. So you kind of have to go all the way back there to get an early extension. So would they do it here? They should do it here, and they'd be wrong not to do it here. And you have to do Gonzo this year, because you're not going to extend Gonzo and May in the same offseason and be able to have a good offseason. So that's really why Robert Kraft's on this email chain, because like you have to think about how you're going to dole your real dollars out. Like, forget about the cap for a minute, like your real money that you actually have in your pocket. You have to dole a lot of that out if you're doing that. Put a lot in escrow for all the guaranteed money that you would have to do. So because like if you think about the amount of guaranteed money, that has to go in escrow. It's not like so he has to actually spend that money right then and there, Robert Kraft.
Sure.
So
and especially like with the cap stuff, a lot of them, like teams, when they do these multi-year extensions, they're like, let's pay the guy a lot of money right now, so the cap sheet stays healthy for the next 3 to 4 years by converting that money into a signing bonus. Robert Kraft, do you want to pay like $50 million in signing bonuses next year? Probably not. Split that like 20 and 30 over 2 years. So that's also
call.
something. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that was all I had for you all. So I will just say that you pick. What would you say to them?
First off, for the new GM, I'd say keep it up so far. You're off to a strong start. Don't listen to nobody. Just plow ahead. Your vision so far is great. The head coach, I'd say, good luck. Don't take anything personal. This year is probably going to be a rough year. Get past this year. Year 2, you should have more success. The owner, a few things. This is a family show. I'd say this. You're 85, 86 years old, I think he is. It's okay to admit you don't know, because you've owned this team since 2007 or 8, whatever, 8, I think. And he's now he's brought in his 2 daughters and his son-in-law, and the son-in-law has, been in the sports world before with like soccer and other stuff. And like with this head coach hire and this stuff, like he leaned on them, which is a great sign, because clearly he didn't know what he was doing for 20 years. So I'd say, you know what, just let them run the show at this point. And you just sit back and watch the money come in. it's okay. You don't have to make the decisions. That's why I'm so happy with Troy Aikman involved, because the owner was listening to the wrong people. And I think with Troy in there, he'll be so awestruck. I'd say, listen to Troy. Listen to your son-in-law.
And you are so right. Sometimes you have to sit back and let other people do what they can do, and you just sit back and make the money. Sometimes your job is to provide the money and then let people go out and double it for you and triple it for you. So that is
he makes money hand over fist. He's got the F1 racetrack around the stadium now, which I don't watch F1. I don't care about F1. I don't know the first bleeping thing about F1. Here's what I know about F1. He makes a ton of money off F1. You know what else he brought in there in the parking lot, which is why if you go to a game in Miami, good luck trying to park. He put up tennis courts. He makes more money off the Miami. This guy has built this stadium, renovated it with his own money, which is great. I like to see more of that. But the money's coming in. The only thing he can't do right is win football games.
Step away.
So, listen to Troy, listen to your new GM, and just go sip on your little drinks every night. Have your oatmeal in the morning. Watch your MSNBC, whatever the hell you're watching. I don't know. CNBC. Watch the ticker. Watch your stock price go up. Whatever. And just let them run the football team. Stay in the back. Sign the checks, because whatever he's done for 20 years has been an embarrassment.
Worst team in football. Literally the worst team in football.
By how much?
Prices. Whatever, 10%, 13%, whatever. They raise money. Like, your team, nobody wants to go to your games. Like,
except for the visiting teams.
Yeah, that's why your stadium's full of opposing fans. That's what happens. Like, oh, we sold 40,000 tickets. Yeah, 20,000 are somebody else. They're not Jet fans. So the stadium experience is terrible. Like, the ownership's got such a stigma around them where it's like, just stop being involved. Like, hire Curtis Martin to take over your organization. Like the 49ers did with John Lynch. John Lynch has it. He oversees it. Do the same thing. And that, I think, would be a huge lift. And that would be I think Jet fans would be ecstatic at that point. You know, Woody Johnson can't meddle. He can't get involved. Like, there's rumors he got involved this year where he told Aaron Glenn, you can't hire Wink Martindale. You're a defensive minded guy. You coach the defense. Like, stuff like that. You're like, just stay
out of the way, bro.
Like,
out of the way.
That's kind of what we're, dealing with. And then, well, I mean, my message would probably be to Aaron Glenn. Be like, dude, you've got to figure it out. Like, stop talking the talk, just walk it. Like, nobody cares about cliches or slogans, or nobody cares. Just win football games and be the man you are.
Brandon Beane, that's my dog, man. A lot of people are hating on him. I started an island, by the way, Believe in Bean Island. I'm the founder and the president. Right now we're still allowing people on the island. It's not full yet, but we're starting to get believers. So I would just tell Brandon Beane, just cut out the noise, do your job. You're doing good. I never thought it was a Bean issue here. Too much heat. But we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. And Brandon Beane should have gotten let go. But I would just tell him, just ignore the outside noise. Just do your job and we'll be fine. It's too much.
But as always, thank you for being here. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section below, like the video, do all of the YouTube things. And as always, I'll see you in my next video.